Well, today is one of those videos when I'm working on Brian's arm, and I ran into very, very interesting problems, and it took me quite a long time to figure it out. I should have probably started with that because my brain was telling me to do that, but my stubbornness was saying, "Oh, come on! You used these little converters before, and they work just fine." Well, for some reason, these arms with the servos that they are basically, if there's five of them, one, two, three, four, five, uh, and they control the fingers. And these are there just for fun, by the way. They don't have any functionality. Anyway, so I was using one of these boards. Uh, bought it on Amazon, I think. And what it is, it basically does two things. This USB port over here charges the 18650 batteries, and in this case, they are just lipos in a flat format, and they are underneath this display, which I'll show in a second. And so what happened was that it would work, and then it stops, and at different times, and the times ran fine, and then it stopped after running for a while because the gyroscope that is over here. Let me show you what type of a gyroscope I'm using. This gyroscope instead of the El Cheapo 6050. And um, anyway, and this is much more sensitive, and it really does a great job. Just a little bit more expensive, but it's just how it is. I guess you get what you pay for it. And so I've been uh, trying to troubleshoot it, and then finally, I was telling myself, I'm going to go ahead and add another one of these boards that converts to 3.7 volts. There's four batteries, and they are connected two together. So it's basically all four goes in here, which I'll demonstrate in a second, as I said. And and I doubled up, and I was hoping that the output would be strong enough because now I have two different sources, which my son was laughing at me, but uh, I had to try. And it worked a little bit better, but it also still crashed, and I don't like that. I wanted to make this arm functional and make it so it's not crashing. So what I did is I got one of these boards, and it has an LCD display. It also charges the battery if you plug it into this little USB mini. And then there's another USB 2.0 sticking out. Um, and then there is a power button on the side. You'll see in a second I'm going to be using it. And then there's also an LED right here on the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and power it up by holding this down until the LCD display turns on. And as you can see, it says 94%. It's kind of hard to tell here. I don't know if that's going to be even do. Anyway, you have to trust me. It says 94, and its output is 2.1 amps. And now, as you can see, I'm moving the arm, and and based on what I'm moving, the fingers are working just fine. So if I stop, they all stop. If I move, they'll move. So I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. Uh, Now that LED, I told you, you just push this button on the left side two times, and it turns on the LED and also the display until the display goes dormant. But maybe you can see it says 94, and then I'm going to play with it just for a second here, and that LED display goes to a battery save mode where that LED that lights it up from here lights up the display, and then it goes out after so long. Well, maybe now since the LED is on, it won't. But you just double click this power button, and you know off it goes again. So I'm very happy that it's finally working. Brian is coming Saturday, so he's going to be surprised that it's done. And I know it doesn't look fanciest, but it does the job. And also, I want it to look like this. I wanted to make sure that. By the way, I'm shutting down by holding that power button again. And as you can see now, the display is even shut off as well. So, well, um, if anybody is interested, in or have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And then uh, you also give me thumbs up and spread the news. And lastly, have a fantastic day.